summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather's right, you got women on your mind. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Alright, where are the fakers? Why isn't my chat box showing up on screen? Who do I have to fight? This is a grave injustice. There it is. Goodness, took forever. Hello. Zakinator, Bucky the Otaku, Homer, Lettuce, Hat, Cat, TJ, Atomic Thomas, John, Blade Runner, Dorito, Telomerase. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. A Baby Hippo, Gourmet Burger, Timothy Chalamet, Robin, Steve, Max, Alexis, Girazor, Salty Eggs, Rodney, Pixel. Thank you, Steve the Wizard, for being a gold star real faker. You got the gold star. Love Darren Root, Franco, Pyromaniac, Viol, Papa John's, Fatal Zen, Capybara Delivery, Karma. There's a lot of people. Why are you all here? There's too many of you. Swedish fish are not Swedish? Are you sure? Are you sure? They could have been invented in Sweden. You don't know. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Whatever. Just let me pin chat so I can read it appropriately. Okay. So here it is. My super legendary Swedish fish tin. I got this in Florida. Unfortunately for everybody and me, just me, it's super reflective. So I can't actually lean forward or else you'd see my visage. Not a fan of that. So this tin is not going to be on screen for too long. Oh, thank you, Titonia, for being a real faker for 7 months. I'm Swedish and I've never seen a Swedish fish. Well, of course, to you they're just regular fish. Anyway, I try not to lean forward too far to grab this. It's okay. We have a replacement for the tin, so you're not gonna be missing out. Thank you, Danger Zone Junior 4, for being a real faker for 5 months. Thank you so much. We have a replacement, super cool Swedish fish plushie that was given to me anonymously. Thank you very much. Love it. Lingonberry jam, is that what they taste like? People keep, I don't know what a lingonberry is. I guess I should try them. That might be the only kind of berry that I actually like eating. I like berry flavored things, not berries themselves. But yeah, this is a plushie, but for some reason it was advertised as a pillow. But it's not. It's a plush. That's what it says on the tag. Somebody on Amazon was lying. Oh, Jacob, you're the one who got the plush. Yes, thank you. Lingonberries are native to Europe. Well, guess I gotta go to Europe now. Anyway. We'll set the plush over here for now whilst I extremely carefully open up this tin in such a way as to not reveal my identity. You didn't see anything. Okay, the lid is on the bed. Don't worry about it. Anyway, within this tin, don't worry, this isn't the only box of Swedish fish I had. I had a bit of a lapse in self-control when the fish first arrived, because I ordered 3 boxes. I ate the one box like right away because I have issues, and now there are 2 left, but I can only fit 2 boxes in the tin because, you know, it's Swedish fish shaped. It's not exactly good for boxes. I'll tell you one thing though. This tin was slightly disappointing when I bought it because, like, you buy a tin of Swedish fish, you're like, oh, Swedish fish will be inside of it. I can enjoy Swedish fish. It was a bag of fucking mini Swedish fish, which is not as good. It wasn't even that big of a bag. It was just disappointing. Anyway. So let's get these out of here. Again, you didn't see anything. Yeah, the inside is even more reflective. Check that shit out. Yeah. I gotta be careful. You gotta be sneaky. You gotta be quick. You see that? I'm throwing it on the bed. I'm so glad I have a soft bed there that I can throw things onto. Anyway, here is the verses. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I just get the tag out of the way. I know I should take the tag off, but, you know, it's a collector's item. We have the Swedish fish plushie up there. We have the rep. Unfortunately, there is no Swedish berries plushie. Because as you can see, Swedish fish is like registered. Swedish berries is not. Swedish berries is a generic term, but Maynard's like makes the best one. So, as far as I'm concerned, these are the canon Swedish berries. You hate Swedish fish? No. Illegal. You can't hate them. Actually, you can do whatever you want forever. Okay. Feel secure enough to move a little bit closer. Can you guys all hear me okay on the mic? I'm a little bit far away from it. Not a fan of chewy candy. Damn. Oh yeah, I've also made special preparations, just in case. I have purchased anti-nausea ginger pills just in case the abundance of whatever American ingredients are in Swedish fish make me ill, because, you know, American food is made with American regulations, which is to say not much regulations at all. And every time I've spent an extended amount of time in the US eating American food, it's made me unwell. So we have to be careful. I'm good for sound? Okay, thank you guys so much. Okay. So you know what, let's start by comparing ingredients. See, both of these boxes, like, they've got entirely different styles, but they're both, like, enlarged to show detail. It says that there. And this says enlarged over here. So both the boxes, they have the candies enlarged to show the detail. Swedish berries do not have any green on them. I don't know why they pretended that they're real berries, but whatever. Let's get a look at... Oh. You have to turn them sideways for the ingredients. Actually. Okay, here we go. Let's compare a calorie count, because I feel like this is important. How much is in each box? Okay. So this has 100 grams. 100 grams of Swedish berries. This is 88 grams. So you're getting less bang for your buck with the Swedish fish. Literally in my case, because I paid like $25 for 3 boxes. But, you know, that's the price of importing candy. So let's get a look at the calorie count. A whole box of Swedish berries is 360 calories, which is a lot. That's quite an amount. If you buy the bagged version, because these come in like, there's a bag in the box, but there's also a version that's just like a bag of Swedish berries that's smaller. That's like $2.50, so it could be worse. And the box of Swedish fish, the nutrition facts The American nutrition facts are very large. Oh well. This is 320. I think that's pretty, like, comparatively similar because, like, there's a 12-gram difference. If this was 100 grams, I think the Swedish fish would also be 360 calories. So I think they're about the same. They're kind of the same thing, you know? Swedish berries are a berry-flavored, berry-shaped candy. A trace of the true self exists in the false self. There are 3 servings in the Swedish fish box. Yes, it's 110 calories per serving and 320 per box. That's not the right math. Oh, no, wait. Because it's like per 30 grams and it's 88 instead of 90 grams. This is just confusing. Right. Well, let's see. The ingredients. Well, I guess we could look at the trans fat values. It's mostly just carbohydrates and sugars, I guess. I'm trying to compare these, but, like, the difference in the labeling structure is a bit confusing. 1,000 calories in a box. Yeah, no, it's only 320 per box and 360 per box for the Swedish berries. But, yeah, I'm trying to read this. These percentages are confusing me. So, there's no fat in these. No fat whatsoever. You're trying to avoid fat, these might be your best bet. Sodium. 80 milligrams of sodium in Swedish fish and 80 milligrams of sodium in Swedish berries, so they're kind of the same. Total carbohydrates, 80 grams, and Swedish berries have 89 grams, so I guess that's worse. I don't really know much about, like, nutrition and stuff. Serving 1/3. Yeah, seriously, like, no, there is no serving size. Check out what the serving size is. It's 5 pieces. Who's eating just, like, 5 pieces of Swedish fish? Come on. Anyway, let's see. And there's 0 fiber in either of them. They don't put fiber on the nutrition facts on this one, I guess. Yeah, so total sugars is 67 grams on Swedish fish, which is apparently 134% of your daily value. And on Swedish berries, it's 75 grams, which is apparently only 75% of the daily value. I guess we have different standards. So that it comes off as more healthy. Yeah, seriously. The box is the serving size. Don't lie to me. Anything else? There's no potassium, calcium. There's 0.2 milligrams of iron in Swedish berries. No protein or anything. No cholesterol either. Huh. All right. But they're candies in little plastic bags for the correct serving size. Well, I guess that is a good way to, like, keep an eye on what you're eating. Let's see. Hold up a second. I just gotta make sure that the stream is running correctly. I've not been lied to, have I? YouTube's not messing with me. Swedish fish doesn't win, the whole thing's rigged. Well, it depends on how sick the Swedish fish make me. Okay, so let's check the ingredients. Swedish berries. This is my home turf. I'm familiar with this. Sugars, sugar, glucose syrup, modified cornstarch, citric acid, mineral oil, carnauba wax, Artificial flavor, Allura Red. Okay. And Swedish Fish, sugar, invert sugar. What's invert sugar? Is that the same as like glucose syrup? What are we talking? What's invert sugar? Does anybody know? Sugar, invert sugar, corn syrup, modified cornstarch, contains less than 2% of citric acid, white mineral oil, natural and artificial flavor, red 40, carnauba wax. Okay, so they both got the wax. Good to know. This one uses red 40 and this one uses Allura Red. I don't know what the difference is. And it seems that this one uses glucose syrup and this one uses corn syrup, which, yeah, you know, that checks out. That totally checks out. Inverted sugar is a syrup mixture of the monosaccharides glucose and fructose. Okay, that doesn't really explain it, but thanks. Oh, thank you, Helmgens, for the... I'm guessing DKK is Danish currency. Thank you very much for the 17 of those. It's simple syrup. Oh, okay, I kind of know what that is. They have the wax but no fat. I guess the wax is like made of something else. Well, it's I fucking read that wrong. It's carnauba wax, not carnauba wax. God, I'm fucking blind. Inverted sugar is both glucose and fructose, like high fructose corn syrup. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that Swedish Fish, infinitely more corn syrup. Not to say that this doesn't have corn in it. It has modified corn starch, but not specifically corn syrup. So, you know, we're getting our daily dose of sugar here. I brushed my teeth before I did this, and I'm going to brush my teeth after. But, yeah. As you can see, they're pretty uniform in the packaging. They stack on top of each other pretty well. I know, I'm just wasting time. Let's open them up. I'm just a bit nervous because the plastic bags inside, they might be reflective. Oh my god. Come on. Ugh. This is so embarrassing. I can't even open a box. Okay. If you see anything reflective in these packages, no you don't. Thank you, Star, for the $2. Hold on. I'm bringing this closer. Oh, now look at that. That time, perfect piercing. I'm literally a legend. Oh my god. There, you see? Alright. So, yeah, as we've established before, there's 88 grams of Swedish Fish and 100 grams of Swedish berries. So this one is slightly heavier, which is fine. What's the best way to display these? Because I definitely don't want to be picking them out of the bags. Hold on. Actually, supreme difference in bag quality. It's a different kind of plastic. This is like a thinner plastic. This is a thicker one. Interesting. Like, is that like a manufacturing difference or like a regulation difference? Like, look at that. This plastic is more easy to bend. I get the plush. It's on Amazon, and Jacob CV sent it to me. Overthrown. Don't check my Throne page. There's nothing there anymore. Everybody bought everything, and like I don't really need anything else. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put some shorts on there. I could always use more pairs of shorts. It's a regulation difference due to the plastic in the ocean. Maybe a bowl to put it in. I don't know. You know what? I think I'll just set them on top of their respective boxes. So, like, I'm wondering what the deal is with, like, these plastic bags inside of the boxes, because, you know, when you buy something like, let's say, glossettes, like chocolate-covered raisins, they just go in the box, like, as they are. They don't need a bag. Why do the gummier candies need a bag? Is it in case they melt? US doesn't give a single fuck. Doesn't give half a flying fuck about how much single-use plastic we use, but Canadian companies at least pretend to. Okay. Yeah, enjoy the plastic crinkling sounds. I'm sure there are people who do plastic crinkling sounds ASMR. Personally, I don't care much for the sound of crinkling plastic, but you know. Hold on, I need to do a smell test. Mm-hmm. That's definitely Swedish fish. Hold on. I don't need to bring out the whole bag. I'll just take out a few. And I'll just leave them over there. Okay. I'll just lay out a few Swedish fish in their preferred direction. Gross. This one has something on it. I don't know what that is. There's like a black spot in it. This one is fucked up. That's a Swedish sardine. I don't... Low quality control. That's fine. That's a school of Swedish fish. And a fucked up one. .3 million views. Yeah, okay. People be liking plastic sounds. Toxic mold Swedish fish. Yeah, seriously. A swardine. Okay, yeah. So let's get some of these berries out. I do appreciate how easy the plastic is to tear. Okay, smell test. Honestly, not that big of a difference between smells. Kind of into it. Let's just get a few berries, not that many. And I'll set them up all nice and fancy. And again, poor quality control. What the fuck happened to this one? It's all fucking weird. It's fine. Just some of these are a little bit crinkly, but the flavor is better than the knockoffs. I would have brought knockoffs, but I feel like that'd just be getting things too complicated. The berries look so much brighter. Well, it could just be my shit color grading. I'm gonna even these out a little bit. Yeah, it could just be my bad coloring, or it could, well, they color these with red 40, and this is Allura red. So, it's just a difference in build quality. Well, if they taste exactly the same, we all just wasted a lot of money and time. What do you mean? I didn't waste any money. I wanted to eat Swedish fish. It's not about, like, even if they taste exactly the same, it's a different experience because these have a stretch. They're stretchy and soft and chewy. These, like, you can eat these in, like, 2 bites if you're taking your time. Oh, it's a different name. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe they're mixing it differently. Maybe it's the shape. Who knows? But yeah, Swedish berries, you eat these in 1 bite. You see this? This is tiny. You eat this in 1 bite. Swedish fish, you take your time. You stretch them out a little bit, you know? Do you feel me? Yes, Cruel Droid, it is wrong of you to hope that I'll accidentally face reveal. I put too much effort into this. So mean. Anyway, so here we are. So I'm debating on which one to start with. This will be the one I'll start with. This is like the best looking Swedish berry, like in the bunch. Why are these all crinkly and sad? Maybe they've been in... I bought this at the grocery store. Maybe they've been there for a while. Alright, well, maybe we start with the What the fuck is wrong with these fish? This one has a tumor where the word Swedish should be. I hate it here. The difference in quality is really weird. Some of these are more see-through and gummy than the others. Man, they're really not putting their backs into this. Anyway, we're trying this one first. Don't pretend you're above it. I'm not above it. I'm just saying I wish they'd put more effort into it. I put effort into this. That is definitely the classic Swedish fish taste. I'm taking their bite. He's headless now. Swedish fish look like they're hard and you can turn them into a weapon. No, man, look. They got the stretch. You see that? That's a good stretch. That's part of the reason why I'm such a huge fan of them. They're advertised as a soft and chewy candy right there on the box. Swedish berries? That's just candy. Also, this note down here, about 3 servings. Get the fuck out of here. It's not bite size, it's 2 bite size. Who the fuck eats a Swedish fish in 1 bite? Maniacs. People sell Swedish fish with tumors on eBay. Okay, well that's a waste of money. You were talking about a waste of money. That's a waste of money. You eat 2 Swedish fish in 1 bite. Oh my god. Are sad because they've been in a box for so long. Okay, that's fair. Listen, I got really busy. I put off the Swedish fish live stream. These might be a couple weeks old, but you know. This is designed to like sit on a shelf for like months at a time, so. Actually, when do these expire? I'm trying to get a look for it. Okay. They expire February 23rd, 2023. So we're well within the date. These are meant to sit for months at a time. They're preserved because they're gummies. As for the Swedish berries... Oh shit, these are only good until September 12th. So, yeah. Difference being... These boys are packed full of preservatives. These are not. So, yeah, you gotta get to them kind of quickly. Or, you know, these could just be older. I mean, realistically speaking, these could have the same shelf life. It's just that I bought these, like, they were, like, almost about to go. They don't rot, they ferment into booze. Oh my god. Swedish berry edibles? Get on it, Maynards. After Maynards gets on chocolate-covered Swedish berries. Do this for me. Anyway, let's actually try the other one. Yeah. There's definitely a difference in taste. Swedish fish kind of have a flavor that more pops. Maybe it's because these are, like, about to expire in a few weeks, but the Swedish fish flavor kind of, like, stands out a bit more, probably because of the corn syrup. Yeah. I did eat the berry in 2 bites, though. I don't like to just pop the food into my mouth. I feel like I'm eating it too fast. Can I eat expired Swedish fish? Yes, provided it's properly stored and the package is undamaged and there are no signs of spoilage. Okay. So if there's no mold on these, they're good to go. No word on that black spot on this one, though. That could be spoilage. Like the Swedish berries, crinkly as they are, they have a classic taste that's it's subtle. It's more subtle than the Swedish fish. That's what I'm getting at. But let's check the stretch. Whoa, okay, actually that's a way more impressive stretch, but that also could be because they're thicker. Yes. These are good, but I like the Swedish fish more. Of course, I do have to try another Swedish fish. Let's try the fucked up one. Like, what happened to this one? I don't know, it looks... You know those pictures of, like, that fish with legs coming out of the water for the first time? That's this. The Swedish fish is evolving. Swedish fish are designed for an American audience, meaning they have to appeal to an American audience. Already dulled the sense of taste. Yeah. I don't know, I guess that's the thing about American food. It does taste different, but like in a way that's almost like too extreme most of the time. I like it in the fish, but like there are just so many other American products where I'm just like, this tastes like too much and it's weird to me. It's like how Europeans, they often say that American bread, like Wonder Bread, tastes like cake. Because there's just so much sugar and corn syrup and everything. Yeah. The fucked up fish doesn't taste as good, but... Yeah, I gotta be real with you. It has a good stretch. It's a little bit easier to eat slowly. In this battle, I have to give it to the Swedish fish. I like them better. That doesn't mean that Swedish berries are bad. It's just, they're made of different stuff and less corn syrup. So overall, they're probably less damaging towards my internal organs, but, you know, it is what it is. You call bias? A bias to what? I've been eating Swedish berries my entire life. If anything, the bias should be towards them. Bribed by giant Swedish fish. Yeah. I know you're talking about the plushie, but like, you know, big Swedish fish, they're funding me. No. Listen, if the people who own Swedish fish, I don't know, it's just Swedish Fish brand, we've talked about this before, I have no clue who they are. If they want to get in contact with me and have me advertise their fish, I'll do it, but nobody has contacted me to advertise these things. People just contact me to advertise body pillows. I'm being lied to. Oh goodness. I took a bite of it. The big Swedish fish companies are paying you for the sponsorship. I fucking wish. Swedish fish, at me. I will sell your products. They won't at me though, because they don't sell these in Canada. Maynard sells what I later found out is like Swedish fish variety packs that they have in the US, but not just like the regular ones. getting a fake ASMR body pillow after the face reveal. You'll have my real face. No, I'm kidding. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I'm sure you could take the artwork and just, like, pay a company to print you a custom body pillow cover, and then you would have one. Or, like, pay an artist to make, like, a lewd art of me and then pay somebody to make a custom body pillow. You can get anything online these days. I should do a candy tier list. I can't. I mostly just eat these. I'll tell you what my candy tier list is. 1, Swedish fish. 2, Swedish berries. 3, chocolate covered raisins. And that's all I eat. Egg on one side, big Swedish fish on the other. Oh my god, seriously. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have done this for this stream. I should have commissioned somebody to draw art of me holding a giant Swedish fish. Like, I'm doing the thing like, I once caught a fish this big. Fake is encouraging lewd artwork. Oh yeah, the lewd artwork of me holding a giant fish. Specifically a Swedish fish. If it doesn't say Swedish on it, I'm not interested. Like this one with the tumor. I'm eating it anyway, though. I didn't tell you to do that. I said you could do that if you wanted to. I don't encourage it because, you know, I don't make any money off of it, but whatever. Art of you biting a live trout like that one fake character? Okay, well, I don't watch that show, but, like, there's definitely characters in other animes that bite fish, like bears. I might just be a big Swedish fish. These hands could just be like CGI recreations. I could actually be reaching out with my fins right now. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole comparison test. I'm probably just going to be eating Swedish fish and Swedish berries for the rest of the stream if you want to stick around for this. I guess I could have just made this a video. Whatever. Now you get to listen to me eating. Gross. If guys held Swedish fish instead of regular fish in their Tinder bios, I might actually be interested. Oh, you know what? That'd be so funny. Post face reveal, I'm just like doing a parody of like those guys with the fish in the boat, but instead of the fish, I'm just carrying the Swedish fish tin. And then I open it up and I'm like, here's how you got a fish, and it's just full of Swedish fish. It's like, oh, this one was pregnant. Fake secretly being funded by Big Art. Big Art, right. That guy who made the bean in Chicago, he's funding me. No, fuck that guy. I do think you should commission artists, independent artists, with like, if you find an artist that you genuinely love, you should commission them. Ask them to make something cool for you. Or just like support them on Patreon, just see what they create. Yeah, it's just like, maybe it's because these berries are a lot older. When you compare them to the Swedish fish, they just taste a little bit blander. But, you know, I'm not worried about Swedish berries being ruined for me, because I really shouldn't be eating so many of them to begin with. How many subs do I need for a face reveal? 100,000. I don't know why I put all my fingers out. That's 10. What is it? 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. I think that's correct. I might be missing a times 10 there. Yeah, Max, you can do another lewd commission. Like, it was never meant to be like a one-time thing. Like, I saw the comments. You were kind of freaking out about like me not doing them regularly. It's just they're more complicated to do, and I'm kind of busy right now. But you can commission it. That is allowed. I'll rethink the rate. I might drop it down to like $25. I'll think about it. It just like depends. Just have them occasionally make some more special. Yeah. I do have respect for those people that are just like, yeah, I'm posting weekly not safe for work audios on my Patreon. I'm just like, okay, I respect that, but God, the workload. I feel when you capture a wild Swedish fish and it doesn't taste like candy. Man, I don't know if I'll ever get to Sweden in my lifetime, but if I do, I'm bringing this plushie. Just to carry it around with me. I want people to know I'm a tourist. Like, every stream might mention the not safe for work audio. Just because you guys keep bringing it up. Oh, Rager, I know they make 3-pound bags of Swedish fish. I tried to order one from the same website I ordered these boxes from, and they were sold out. And they're still sold out. I have an email thing set up for them to notify me if they get it back in stock. They haven't yet. It's been weeks. There's still no 3-pound bag. Oh my god. Saber Prime, thank you for the $100. Damn, bro. Okay. I guess I should thank you twice, because, like, weren't you the one that donated money and then it was like, okay, I feel financially secure enough to buy these Swedish fish that are like $20? Oh my god. I gotta make it even. I gotta eat the Swedish berries instead. We got a red one and I don't mean the fish. Oh yeah! Your super chat matches the fish. Way to go, Saber Prime. $100 dono will soon be a normal thing in this stream. I don't think $100 donos are like a regular thing in anybody's streams. Like, even the most e-girliest of e-girls, they don't get like $100 donations regularly. Who's out there buying all the 3-pound bags of Swedish fish? I don't know, but I guess I gotta fight him. Like, homeboy just showed up and totally cleared out the candy warehouse or whatever website I was ordering from. They keep sending me their newsletters. They have like $50 boxes of like themed candy packages. They have themed candy boxes for gender reveals. So one box is like all pink candies and another is all blue, and I'm just like, okay, all right. They've got movie night candy boxes. I'd do that if I had people coming over for movie night, but I don't. And like a lot of those candies I don't even really like. VTubers do. That seems worse. Like, There's that whole thing about, like, donating, like, $100 to some e-girl, and it's just, like, it's, like, people make fun of them. It's, like, she doesn't, like, know you or care about you, whatever. But it's kind of different when it's VTubers, because it's just, like, she, like, extra doesn't even exist. She's just pictures. I guess I'm just pictures, too. Look at my pictures. Pictures of my hand, pictures of my fish, pictures of my berries, pictures of my other fish, pictures of my boxes. I have a 3D model of me. Gender reveal. Nah, fam, we're doing a gender conceal party. Nobody will know this child's gender until they make their decision to reveal it. You sent me a thing on Tumblr? Okay. I didn't get anything. Oh, there it is. Fabulous. Great photo. It really went ham on the Swedish. I will pay the picture $500 to... Oh, 500 pounds. Oh my god. To say your name once. I'm mentioning a script where it's just my name on repeat. Yeah, I guess, but I'm still gonna post that to my YouTube channel, and people will probably make fun of you for it. So what's the deal with the Thicky Irwin anyway? Is that like an Attack on Titan reference? There was a character called Irwin in that show, right? I read the Omelet Wiki. That was a test of my patience. If anybody asked me to do another wiki page that has French words in it, or like, what's the other one? Tagalog or whatever? I'm saying no, because I can't pronounce those. You're editing the dialogue for your next audio. Nice. Can you tell us what it's about? It's not related to AOT or any of its subsidiaries. Oh, is that just your name? Okay. Is that how you pronounce it? Tagalog or whatever? Also German words. No more German words. Except Scheiss. That one's okay. Or when Rommel was a little... Well, yeah, he might have been a Nazi, but that doesn't mean that everybody with the name Irwin is a Nazi. That's just a name. I can't believe you read the whole pork martini page. Yeah, but that was my decision. And it was a good decision. Not that I knew how to pronounce any of the words there either, because it's all alcohol related. Being summoned by an academic mage who's been commissioned to work out an isekai hero spell, annoyed and literally just motivated by the listener to have to study. The listener. Oh, okay, alright. I know what, that does sound fun. Your audios do have, like, an element of creativity that mine, like... I mean, like, mine's more random than creative. Yours is, like... the vibes. I don't know what to do about this one. This one's just fucking weird. What is this? It's got... You can't see it because it's blurry, but there's like a dot there, and I don't know what it is. I think a bug might have gotten into the vat where they make these things. They're motivated by money. Okay. Bug, extra protein. Or it's toxic mold. I guess I'll have to do my due diligence and not die on a live stream, so I'll probably just dig it out. I'm digging it out. I have no clue what that is. Gross. I think that might be part of a bug or like some lint or something. Or whatever lingonberry flavoring is. Gross. I want to do some kind of Dragon Ball commission. I'll warn you right now, I'm not good at dramatic shouting. I mean, this is technically a mukbang, whatever they call it. That thing where people just eat food on a camera. You're not seeing me eating the food, but you see the residuals. Just the tail is left. This is what I'm saying. You can eat this thing in multiple passes. Gummy bears or gummy worms? I'd say gummy worms because of the stretch. I like food where I can take a bite of it, pull the rest of the food away, and then chew what's in my mouth and then continue to do that throughout the process. Oddly enough, I don't like the taste of licorice though, which is a shame because I feel like the process of biting down on the licorice and then yanking it away while the bit remains in my mouth would be very satisfying because licorice is kind of hard to chew through. But it just, the texture is all wrong. It's not as soft-spoken. Oh, I see. Yep, you're branching out, trying to be a bit more like, trying to get like a harsher vibe for an audio. I see. But you know, variety is not a bad thing. And I feel as though your viewers will respect you for branching out. Like, it's one of those things where somebody might be like, oh, this was unexpected, but I don't think you'd lose any subscribers over it. I've had a few like that. I've just been like, this is so out of left field, like, people are just going to be leaving in droves, and they're just like, okay, they'll wait for the next one, you know? Yeah, ambiguous. I've seen comments that people have left you. Like, people are nice. Like, in general, your fan base isn't going to dip because, like, one thing was different. This isn't Twitter. At least, that's how I've heard it's like on Twitter. That was what somebody was describing, the difference between Tumblr and Twitter. On Twitter, if you start posting anything even slightly different than what somebody followed you for, they unfollowed. On Tumblr, like, you'll end up following somebody who posts stuff that you have absolutely no interest in because you followed them for something else a while back, but you don't unfollow because, like, why bother? I followed so many, like, Naruto blogs that eventually became K-pop blogs. I did unfollow those, though, because I aggressively don't care about K-pop. Alright, the friend group collab script. That sounds like fun. That does sound like a lot of fun. As long as you don't post cringe, you won't lose subscriber. Exactly. But there was a great remix, actually, of, you know, Rick Astley. I don't know how they pulled this off. They were just like, you just posted cringe. You are going to lose subscriber. Like, with words from the song. Like they used to do with, like, TF2 parody videos. Now they all just use, like, 15 AI, which is probably easier. This guy got part of his tail shaved off. Look at that. He's injured. And now he's dead. Bugs make the candy extra crunchy. Well, I know bugs end up in, like, chocolate bars a lot. Maybe that's why they made, like, those nougat... Is it nougat? You know, those, like, candy bars with, like, crunch in them? Maybe that's why they did it, to hide the bug crunch. I'm sorry, that's pretty gross. All I post is cringe. Damn, bro, read me to filth. Let's eat the fish. I'm taking my time. Just like that. Listen, I have all of these dialogue from Devil May Cry 5 saved on my phone. So, I know all of his lines. And one of his lines is, I'm taking my time. I'm doing that with this fish. Splinters? There are splinters in the raisins? Do they grow them on, like, wood things? That's so fucked up. You can't trust anything. It's so hard to find good chocolate-covered raisins. I mean, glossettes are the standard you want to go with, but then there's the President's Choice kind that are, like, they only sell the giant chocolate-covered raisins, which are, like, fine, but if you're just looking for, like, a quick little small snack that chocolate-covered raisins provide, the jumbo ones are just too much of everything, you know? Take your time, and the fish will suffer more. I already bit its head off. It's dead. Its brain is gone. FDA allows for a specific non-zero amount of cow feces in ice cream. It's allowed in any amount of other dairy product, which makes me question why and how it got there. Well, I mean, you know where dairy comes from, right? But still, there should be tighter regulations. It's fucked up. Sawdust and Rice Krispie treats. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Everybody's just like, oh, the market will regulate itself. Like, we don't need these regulations. But yeah, we do. Because companies are scum. And they'll do anything they can to get away with, like, lower quality products and still sell it anyway. There's a fucking fruit fly in here. It's after my fucking berries. I thought that thing died. I gotta catch it. If it'll just stop fucking moving. These things are so tiny and they move so fast, it like vanishes from my vision instantly. I caught him, but he still flew away. Get the fuck out of here. I hate it. I'm so mad. Whatever. He's gonna die in 2 minutes anyway. Fucking worst. I'm closing these bags, though. I don't want him to get at him. Oh, thank you, Felix Boy, for the 69 SEK. Yeah, Sweden good. I'm guessing SEK is Swedish currency. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Many of your sweets don't exist abroad. Blackcurrant? Isn't that like a jam? Food coloring has bugs as the ingredient. Okay, yeah, but there shouldn't be like other bugs in there. Spy from another company. There's like 3 companies that own everything. Yeah, seriously. It's like trying to avoid buying from Nestle. They own fucking everything. I do try to go out of my way to avoid them, but like, seriously. They're a kind of berry. Okay, well that's why you make jam out of them, right? Swedish krona. Oh, right. I thought Sweden was IKEA, not Rona. I mean, I could get down with black currants. Maybe one day I will go to England. My mom went there once. I don't really know what she did there. It was like 30 years ago. Blackcurrant was outright banned to protect the U.S.'s lumber industry a century ago. It effectively got wiped from the U.S.'s cultural memory. Huh. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. True. But it still doesn't hurt to try. POV, you're a fly trying to steal fake Swedish fish video. Yeah, it did fly, like, up here in the camera lens. Did you guys see it? Did you catch a glimpse of it? Fruit fly for fruity candy. Yeah. This is lingonberry flavored. I gotta get my hands on some of those. Giant Swedish fish invade the earth. That wouldn't work. A giant Swedish fish can't even speak. Doesn't mean all consumption is equally unethical. It just means that you can't buy your way to morality. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you should still, like, try to do what you can, but if you're in a food desert or whatever, or like you live in a place where the only grocery store is Walmart, I understand there's nothing you can do. Like, and the only thing you can do to get things that aren't sold at Walmart is to order them off of Amazon. Like, I get it. It sucks, but there's nothing you can do about that. It's just your situation. No food consumption whatsoever under communism. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I get it, being a communist is like the hot new thing these days, but every time they've tried communism, it just hasn't worked out. I'm not saying that capitalism has really worked out either. What's the thing, like socialist capitalism, where, I don't know, just that thing where corporations actually pay taxes and that takes care of the workers? I don't know. I won't pretend to be a political scientist. I'm not smart, okay? Giantess eats giant Swedish fish. Oh, now you're speaking Atomic Thomas's language. Call out post. Haven't had time to listen to the full giant skeletons. Well, don't worry, Jacob. The audience loved it. Especially all those, what do they call them? Those novelty accounts that have skeleton themes. Yeah. They loved it. What have you joined into? You've joined into nothing. I didn't ingest 900 kilograms of sugar. There's still like half a bag of Swedish berries left and half a bag of Swedish fish left, but to be honest, I'm kind of sugared out. That was a lot. Like, I already had some chocolate-covered raisins today. It's too much. I just need to eat non-sugar foods for the rest of the day. Thankfully, I have some potato salad and, I don't know what it is. It's like a Mexican-style casserole or whatever. It's got rice and cheese and refried beans. It's really good on tortillas. So, that's what I'm gonna eat later. Okay, goodbye, Pixel Winter Fox. Have a good Saturday. Need any more sugar? I'm sweet enough. I'm blushing. Rice, beans, and cheese. Yeah, it's in a casserole format with like the beans on the top, but that's all the ingredients of a burrito. So you just put them on a tortilla, you wrap it up, and it's food. I love refried beans. Well, I love all beans, you know that. I love kidney beans. Kidney beans are my favorite, but I really do like refried beans. I'd buy them more often, but they always go bad before I can finish the can. What about refried fried beans? How do you do that? How do you fry your beans and then refry them? You fry the beans 3 times. Okay. A pepper flavored jelly bean. Oh, yeah. Jelly Belly gets weird with it. Unfried, refried, fried unbeans. Watched a video of a guy opening decade-old food. Oh, what's that guy's name? Ashens? That was probably that guy. He eats weird stuff on a couch. Like Pokemon? If so, who's your favorite protagonist? Protagonist? I mean, the protagonist of every Pokemon game I've ever played is me. My favorite protagonist is me. I'm the protagonist. This tomato bean soup concoction I slowly developed over uni. It doesn't have a name, but it slaps. I normally have it with rice and chicken fried with chorizo. Okay. Okay. Interesting. There's candy shop in every gas station, convenience store. Yeah. But I still do love the whimsy of candy stores. Just like a whole store dedicated to just selling candy. I love that shit. That's where I got the Swedish fish tin. And the chocolate covered Swedish fish, which baller. Hilbert is the best Pokemon game player character. Guess in terms of design, I don't remember what any of them look like. I mean, the most recent Pokemon games I've played, I just make them look like me. They have different outfits. I like that you could dress up like a goth chick in, well, goth or emo in, Pokemon Sun and Moon, so I guess that. Barbecue ground turkey with sugar snap peas and carrots. Huh. Okay. I like using ground turkey with a hamburger helper, because I'm not a cook. I am not a cook. Decade expired Vienna sausage. Gross. Vienna sausage already isn't all that good. There's a local store near me that sells just candy. That's awesome. Lollipops with scorpions. Oh yeah, you can probably buy candied scorpions somewhere, right? Just like it adds a crunch. And paprika to the onions, garlic, chopped tomato. Okay, well, I'm glad that message is saved in chat ambiguous. I'm going to look back at that later. Bug lollipops. Oh. Your sibling did. Is it crunchy? By getting Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Well, as much as I don't like that Pokemon games come in twos because it's dumb, I'm getting Pokemon Violet because, like, that was made for me. Swedish fish on their ice cream? Oh, like at those ice cream or frozen yogurt bars where you get to choose the toppings? They have Swedish fish as a topping choice? That sounds fucking awesome. Jelly Belly has such delicious flavors as spoiled eggs, dog poop, dirty what the hell? No way. Oh my god. Fucking... This fruit fly is gonna be tormenting me for the next 3 hours. I hate it here. How is that guy even alive? I don't even have any fruit that's not in the fridge. Oh wait, shit, I do. I have 1 pear. I'll eat it so that it won't come near me again. Damn it. Maybe that's what that black spot was. It was a fruit fly. Make terrible tasting jelly beans, trick your friends, or do Russian roulette jelly bean eating. That seems like a waste of resources. Fly has plot armor. Oh my god, it's been isekai'd. Released this from its Swedish berry prison. Oh my god. I've unleashed the fruit flies. I know, like, there are plenty of horror stories that are like, oh, there were flies everywhere, like, what was it, the Amityville horror or whatever, there were flies everywhere, and in other stories, there's, spiders everywhere. In Resident Evil 7, there were centipedes everywhere. Has there ever been a horror story based around fruit flies? Because those are the real terror. Just somebody being harassed by a bunch of fruit flies? What's the deal? Raise it from the berry the same way ancient viruses are earned thawing in Antarctica? Wait, but why would they be doing that? Antarctica's frozen. Nobody lived there. Or did they? No, wait. Pangea. Never mind. Man. It's a beautiful day outside. Too hot, though. Venus flytrap, they do all the work for you, but it might starve to death because there's not that many flies that get in here. Protagonist fell in a pool of cursed berry juice, and the cursed juice attracted mutant fruit flies they run away from. Okay. Are the flowers blooming? No, the flowers are dying because the sun. It's too much. Antarctica has international researchers who live there, at least according to the thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But the thing lives there. I recently saw a Tumblr post that was like going into detail about the acting that the dog in that movie did and how like it apparently did a really perfect job like acting as like a fucked up dog that was secretly evil. That was cool. Venus flytraps scare you? Oh yeah. It's just like, what if one of them bites your finger? Hold on, I have to sneeze. That's right. I'm not a sweet, pure, innocent anime girl who never sneezes. I sneezed. Thing was set in the Arctic, not Antarctica. The people in Antarctica watch the thing just before they get cut off from outside communication for 30 days. Okay. Because the thing was set in the Arctic. Okay, I'm trying to remember. The Arctic is the one with bears, right? So, not only do they have to deal with the thing, they could have had to deal with polar bears. It's fucked up. Arctic is bears, right? Arctic is bears, Antarctic is no bears. It's fucked up. Imagine if the thing got a bear. I know a guy training dogs for a movie turned out to be a mass murderer who fed the victims to dogs that were in the movie. Huh. Well, that's fucked up. There are more efficient ways to do that. You know, like tossing a body into like a pig pen. Pigs will take care of that, down to the bones. Pigs are fucked up. Airplanes can't fly over the Antarctic because their fuel would freeze. Wow. That's crazy. It's crazy that there are places on our planet that are just like so inhospitable to life, and yet things still live there. The thing rides in on a bear like the Headless Horseman. Chickens are fucked up too. Oh yeah. Like, I remember that thing. They used to have chickens wear like little red glasses, like rose-colored glasses, so that if another chicken started bleeding, they wouldn't attack it immediately. Arctic Circle was actually named after the presence of bears. It's the circle with bears. The Antarctic Circle is a circle with no bears. Yeah, I know. That's part of the naming convention. Wasn't the fuel used in their boats not freeze? Well, I mean, it might, but boats can just float. They can just go with the wind. Is anybody gonna fill this niche and then fill the niche before anyone can speak up? It's morally acceptable to eat a chicken because if the rules were reversed, they wouldn't even fucking hesitate. Yeah, same with pigs. Most animals are pretty fucked up. Like, I don't follow a lot of, farming blogs. There's like this one blog on Tumblr that was making posts about you know, those vegan ads or PSAs that are like, these poor calves are taken away from their mothers and their mothers are emotionally devastated. And underneath, like, somebody who actually works with cows is just like, yeah, cows will usually just like ignore their kids or like straight up kill them if you don't keep an eye on them. It's just like, cows are actually terrible parents. Sheep will attack young that aren't their own in order to try and trick a sheep into adopting a lamb that doesn't have a mother. They have to make it smell like the adopted mother or she fucking kills it. Wow. Alright, goodbye, Dorito. Good luck feeding your dog. Penguins actively look to adopt. Yeah. Penguins are the least fucked up. An Old Man and His Dog. It was a Chinese film that was banned in its own country for decades. One time China banned something for an actual good reason. Yeah. That's messed up. Goats have wool, it's fine to shave them because they'd eat our clothes if we were to switch places. Do they make clothes out of goat's wool? I mean, I guess that's probably a thing, but I don't know. Okay, Slime Rat, that is gross. But they're already dead. Alright, goodbye, ambiguous. We will await your return with tears in our eyes. Shearing sheep is absolutely necessary. Yeah, I mean, like, we bred them to grow more wool. If they don't get sheared, they get fucked up and sad. Oh, the goat tower meme? I know that goats can climb anything, yeah. What did this chat devolve into? I don't know. Any games in your library you can play for tomorrow? I don't know. I might not play a game tomorrow. Lately, I've been playing Cult of the Lamb. That's a fun game. I didn't think of bothering to stream it, though, because I just wanted to do it on my own. Having a pretty good time. My cult supports sacrifice. We've got one guy in the stocks for re-education. One of my cult members got old and died. And I married one of my other followers, so yeah. It's going pretty good. Goodbye, Wowsy. Cult of the Lamb is fun. Yeah, it is fun. I wasn't a huge fan of, like, the whole time and day system, but, you know, it's working out. Does anybody know how to catch the rest of the fish that guy wants? Like, he wants octopus, but, like, I never catch any. Got an ad from PETA on YouTube. I don't trust PETA. I'll trust pitas, though. Like, the bread. That's fine. You can finish the game and play through it in a stream to show off your League gamer skills. I haven't even killed the second god yet. You could just, like, drop you guys in on it just for fun and just be like, yeah, this is my cult. We're just starting from here. Don't worry about it. It's called the Candy Cult, by the way. I could just start a new file or just show you guys the game. Well, thank you, Max, for the $5. Just because you can. Alright. I understand. I understand. Thank you very much. PETA is a psyop to make vegans look like freaks. It could be. I mean, I don't have a problem with vegans. Not at all. I mean, I admire their restraint. It's not that I'm particularly jazzed about eating meat. Like, recently I had liver and onions, and I was pretty cool with the liver. It was alright, but I feel like I could probably go without meat for a little while. I could maybe be vegetarian, but vegan is a whole other story. I don't think I could give up, like, milk or cheese. It's just less convenient. I could give up meat because meat is expensive. Milk? I need that for other things. Alright, goodbye, Max. Yeah, I'll read the script. I'll get back to you on that. Alright, goodbye, Lettuce Hat Cat. refuse to give up cheese even though I'm lactose intolerant. I'm so glad I'm not lactose intolerant. But maybe one day I might be. Okay, goodbye, meme shogunate. Like, there was, like, you can develop an intolerance to lactose, I think, depending on, like, if you don't eat it enough. I don't know. But, I know my cousin, she went to go teach in South Korea for like a year, and when she came back, she had a gluten intolerance, just because she didn't really eat any bread while she was over there. Bees literally choose to live in the hive. Yeah, the whole honey is unethical thing. I feel like honey would be the one thing that vegans, like, could eat. Like, that's the one animal product they could eat. Those bees, like, they're just there. They're just being bees. I don't want to see the intro until you buy the game yourself. Okay, that's fair. I mean, yeah. The intro just, like, sets the game up pretty quickly. It's just, like, you're good to go. There's, like, fun mini games you can do. You can fish. Slowly build a resistance to certain types of cheese by eating the same cheese a lot over a long period of time. Yeah, wasn't there, like, this guy... What did he do? He did something, like... He had, like, a home lab or whatever, and he made some sort of chemical compound or something. He ate it, and then he wasn't lactose intolerant anymore. Like, he bioengineered himself into not being lactose intolerant. I don't know. It was kind of a crazy story. Doug Ford swallowed a bee during his speech yesterday? Oh my god, shut up. That's so funny. Even if that's not true, I wish he would swallow 1,000 bees. It's Animal Crossing, but instead of building a happy village, you set out to kill gods. Yeah. And also, the animals can die. They can be old and die. What would you... Like, has anybody played it? Like, what do you do with your old followers? I usually just, like, sacrifice them. But sometimes I keep them around. I don't know. I gotta go get new followers currently in game because I'm a bit behind. How much is Call to the Lamb on Steam? I have no idea. I think it was like $30 when I bought it on Switch. I just prefer to buy games like that on Switch because I know I'm going to want to take them with me. But the load times on Switch are just terrible. Like, it really doesn't run all that well on Switch. Like, whenever a new day starts, it, like, freezes for a second, and there's a lot of stuttering whenever you travel through the portals and stuff. I don't know, but it's not functioning on Switch very well at all. I've had a few glitches, and some that, like, legit froze the game on me. Thankfully, I had my save from, like, earlier in the day, but still. It doesn't run spectacularly. But Ambiguous, I'm glad you've returned. That's very good. Switch hardware isn't great, yeah. And mine's like a few years old, so... I don't remember when I bought mine. It might be like 5 years old now, I don't even know. Needs some improvement on the specs. Yeah, like, everybody was hoping that they'd release, like, a Switch Pro with better hardware. If they do that, I might save up for it. It could be worth it. I'm not sure. Switch is very underpowered. A lot of its main games have really bad pop-in. Yeah. I mean, I know it's basically just like a glorified tablet with a vent, but I feel as though Nintendo should really make like an upgraded version of it. And a month before the pandemic hit and they became super scarce. Yeah. I bought mine with Shoppers Drug Mart points. Well, partially. I got at least $150 off of it. Good deal. Oh yeah, that's right, you can play it on your Steam Deck. Good for you. I might buy a Steam Deck. That's a maybe. That's a big maybe. They're pricey. There aren't even that many good Switch exclusives. That's true. But the benefit of the Switch, to me at least, is that I can just carry it with me anywhere. Like, I can play my games while I'm lying in bed, and that's a big benefit for me. I don't like having to sit up on a couch or in my computer chair for hours on end. I like to be able to move around. So, yeah. That's pretty much the reason why I own a Switch. Goodbye, Wolf333. They were all out of stock, yeah. I remember they were hard to find for a time. Smash Ultimate is a Switch exclusive. I mean, there are probably like... There's a Switch emulator, right? I'm pretty sure there is. Oh my god. I missed. That son of a bitch. Where did it go? I'm so fucking mad. I gotta get some fucking apple cider vinegar and some dish soap and make a trap for this thing. I hate it. It could be worse, though. At my old place, I was just like a wash in fruit flies every summer. I hated it. Breath of the Wild was a Wii U port? Yeah, but nobody owned a Wii U because nobody understood what it was. The Switch is what the Wii U should have been. They were like, okay, we've got a controller that's like a tablet, and they're just like, why don't we just make that the whole game console? And it was smart. That was a good decision. You owned a Wii U. I remember going into EB Games with my dad, and we were just like looking around. We weren't gonna buy anything, and we looked at the Wii U, and my dad's like, what's that about? And the guy spent like 10 minutes explaining what the Wii U was for my dad, and he was just like, yeah, I'll think about it, and then we never bought one. Faker counts the tale of her birth from TMC. Oh, yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, I don't have all his lines memorized from the cutscenes because nobody provided an easy way to download those. Like, you can extract all the voice lines from the video game, like from gameplay, but extracting the lines from the cutscenes is a bit of a more difficult deal. I was considering just, like, making my own, like, supercut of every time V spoke or, like, looked at anything, but it was just too much work. Because there are so many videos on YouTube that are, like, every V cutscene, it's just, like, just the V cutscenes, but they're either missing a cutscene, which is unacceptable, or they include cutscenes that don't involve V at all, which is just garbage, so... Trash. first time I ever heard someone say that instead of GameStop. I don't know if they've rebranded all the EB games to GameStops here, but, you know, that's what it's called in Canada, or at least it was. Everyone in the chat is saying that they have a Wii U. Well, good for you. Good for you for wasting your money. Did you have fun playing Super Luigi U? Was anybody playing Breath of the Wild on Wii U? Did it run better than on Switch? Who knows? We have game instead of GameStop. What does the game stand for? Had a Wii U to play Splatoon 1. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, Splatoon 2. Isn't that coming out like really soon? Or is it next year? I didn't see the Nintendo Direct about it or whatever. I just know that that one guy from Splatoon 2 became a Tumblr sexy man. With the dreads and shit, like... They twinkified that boy. It comes out in September. Okay, yeah, that's way sooner. Splatoon 3, I misspoke. My bad. First Splatoon 3 Splatfest will be between rock, paper, and scissors. Yeah, that's right. I heard they're doing 3 teams for Splatfest instead of 2. That way it's not balanced at all. Man, I only participated in like a few Splatfests. I got in on the game pretty late. I was watching the final episode of Better Call Saul. I haven't seen any of Better Call Saul. I haven't seen any of it. I've seen the memes, though. Splatoon is a weird game. It feels like one big mini game. Yeah, well, the idea of coloring an entire map like a certain color, they did that in The Blob, which I remember enjoying, but it made me motion sick, so I had to stop playing it, and I never beat it. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad? Dang. Oh yeah, I did see a post that was like, the episode where Walter White shows up is called Breaking Bad, but that was like, it was like a tongue-in-cheek thing because the first episode that Saul showed up in Breaking Bad was called Better Call Saul. So, you know, that's a nice little touch. I'm not really interested in watching the show. I like little in-jokes like that. First Splatfest is a free demo on the 28th. Oh, nice. I might play that then. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a little try. The Blob was a precursor to Splatoon. It caused so many fights between me and my brother. Wow. Really arguing about the Splatoon lore. I don't think they were made by the same developer. Breaking Saul. Saul bad. Yeah, Saul Badman. Yeah, like... The funny thing is that, like, Breaking Bad has a lot of really good memes, but I've heard it's, like, also a really good show, too, which is rare. Yo, ambiguous, I got your message. The bean sauce thing. Vibes. Just... I'm into it. But, like, what are those? Are those bean sprouts or, like, peas in a pod? What are those? You're just eating those with like full green things. That's a lot. Green things are... What? Is that French? Mange... Toots? I mean... It's like peas in a pod but small. Okay. Jesse, listen to me. We have to get Saul a Happy Meal with a boy toy. Oh yeah, I could use the Splatfest for a stream. That sounds fun. Make sure that you try this before stream so it doesn't show any personal information. That's fine. I'll use my alt account. I'll use Violence account. That's my brother's account. Don't worry about it. He's edgy. Called edible potted peas or snow peas. Okay, well I know mange... That means eat in French, right? You needed some kind of vegetables. Alright. SMH couldn't be me. The vegetables that I eat most are onions. Yeah, I thought that meant eat everything. But, you know, I'm not confident in my French skills. SMR, your girlfriend tries to convince you to watch Breaking Bad. Yeah. She's just like, hey, look at this meme. This is so funny. It's just like, I've never seen Breaking Bad. I don't get it. I'm just like, you have to watch Breaking Bad so you can get all the memes. You can cook peas in the microwave. You can cook all sorts of like frozen vegetables in the microwave. They can't stop you. I remember when I was in college, I had to bring my own microwave. I was borrowing it from my aunt's boyfriend. And then I gave it back later. And then I rented an apartment from him. Yeah. There's a whole story to that, actually. Rock, paper, scissors. That's a tough one. It's a rock, or a paper, or the scissors. We know what the people on Tumblr will be choosing. I think I'd go with paper. No, I'm not Swedish. I don't even sound Swedish. I put a whole ass soup can in the microwave? Oh my god. How stupid. That man could have killed somebody. They probably did that on Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This and exploded a microwave. I miss that show. But I guess they microwaved everything they could think of. Picked rock. Okay. Well, then I win. It is nice having my own apartment. I recommend it. I'm sorry I have to live with your family, though. That sucks. It's like, I was in dorms for the first year of college, and then during the summer, I had to go back to my parents' house, and I was like, this sucks. I gotta get my own place. And then my aunt's boyfriend, he had an apartment complex. Well, not a complex, like a building. And he was like, rent is $575 for this room. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm lucky I got in early because eventually he like, I don't know what he did. He didn't sell the building. He had a management company, like a property management company, take over the building. So they were running it in his stead, which was good because they had like the ability to pay rent online. Before, I was just like waiting for him to show up so I could give him an envelope full of cash because I didn't have checks and there was no way to get it to him otherwise. By the time the property management company took over, I owed 2 months worth of rent because I couldn't track him down to pay my rent. It was ridiculous. Living with parents. On one hand, free food. On the other, emotional trauma. Yeah, seriously. It's like I'd like to go and hang out with my parents if they invite me to dinner or something, but the thing is I can't stay long because they start fighting. I don't want to tell tales at a school. I don't want to get everybody wrapped up in my family's dirty laundry or anything, but they just keep fighting. And it's very noticeable. Like, my aunt was visiting once and she stopped and like talked to me and she's just like, why are they fighting like this? And I'm like, they do that all the time. It's nice to have some silence again, but now I have to do all the chores. The chores are worth it, bro. Is that a landlord or a dealer? It's a landlord that doesn't have online pay. And I know you're supposed to use checks for big things like that, but you know, I'm like 20, living on my own at the time. I don't have checks. I've never had checks. Yeah, I'm sorry, ambiguous. I'm sorry your parents are dicks. It's like, my parents aren't too bad when it comes to accepting people in that regards. Like, I know they have friends that are gay, and the thing is, they don't really understand trans stuff. Like, they're not transphobic, they just don't really get it. So anytime there's like a trans person on TV or something, they're just like, they get kind of weird about it. They're just like, oh yeah, she used to be a man. I'm just like, you guys, you don't have to say that. It's just one of those things, you know, like, I'm not a huge fan of my real name and I'd like to change it, but at the same time, I know there's no point because they would never accept it and they'd keep calling me by my birth name. So like, why even fucking bother? It's just one of those things where it's like, I know they're okay with it from afar, but if it was me, they probably wouldn't be okay with it. And it's just like, it's one of those things where you're just like, ugh. Damn, Steve. Yeah, seriously. Like, parents who stay together for the kids are, like, the worst kind of parents. Well, not the worst, but, you know. It's just stupid. Like, don't stay together for the kids. You're just giving them a bad example of a relationship. I couldn't understand gender and sexuality are separate, and my mom yo-yos between being fine and saying the worst possible things. Oh, what the fuck? That's so fucked up. Yeah, damn. That fucking sucks. Well, I hope you can get out for good, ambiguous. Just... like, I hope you get stuff figured out and, like, you can get away from them. Because nobody deserves that. Umbrella Academy Season 3 had one of the characters come out as trans. Well, the actor came out as trans, didn't he? Yeah, it's that thing, like, you don't have to get it, I guess, but at the very least you can be cool about it. Yeah, you don't need to understand something to accept it. Like Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I used to be not all that cool about trans stuff because I was a kid. I didn't really understand it all that well, and I don't know, I wasn't cool about it because I was just like, oh, that's something different. That sounds weird. Whatever. I used to be a bit NB-phobic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you guys this straight up. I wasn't like one of those people that's just like, oh, these people shouldn't exist. I wasn't saying it to anybody's faces, but internally I was like, oh, they, them pronouns, whatever. But then, like, eventually I just realized, who fucking cares? It's none of my business. If somebody wants to identify that way, and somebody does identify that way, it's not hurting me. Who gives a shit? Like, a lot of personal growth and, like, not hating other people just comes from a whole bunch of, who gives a shit? It doesn't affect me. Damn, Steve. Yeah, I understand. That sounds fucked up. Yeah. I'm sorry, ambiguous, but you know, as soon as you do become financially independent, that's just like, just saying, like, fuck off to the haters. It's so good. Oh, damn, yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. It's easy to get sucked into those rabbit holes. Just like, I know YouTube tried to fix its algorithm so that stuff that's like demonstrably alt-right and like conspiracy theorist stuff can't trend anymore, but yeah, it's still pretty bad. The LGBT community has forgiven past fake. Alright, goodbye, Woody. Still get Ben Shapiro videos in your Rex. Oh, God. I guess I'm just so far removed from that. I've never gotten recommended, like, a single right-wing video. Oh, no, wait. One time I did. Kind of. It's one of those, like, you know, men's rights guys. I got recommended this video that said, like, it was this guy talking about how he had a cancer diagnosis. He got testicular cancer. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so awful. But I didn't understand why I got recommended it. And I didn't know what his channel was about. I'm just like, okay, this guy, he's like, I've been so healthy. Like, I've been working out and I can't believe that I got cancer. And I was just like, that sucks. So I go check out his channel to see what kind of videos he's making. And he's talking about shit like sexual market value and how women lose value the more male partners they have, and how, like, men become stronger, like, the less they're around women. And I'm just like, okay, I'm glad you got cancer. And it's like a horrible thing to say, but he's a horrible person. So, you know, good for him. Came back from the store, what was the verdict? Swedish fish every time. I still like berries though, it's just the Swedish fish have a more poppin' flavor. Cut into Jordan Peterson. Oof. Bad choice. I just hit cert for no reason. I don't know. I mean, I hear that a lot with trans women, but I legit don't know. I've never had that issue. Maybe I've forgotten what puberty was like? Who knows? Swedish fish is goated with the sauce. Goatish fish. You're Swedish. Good for you, race demon. Are you like Speed Racer? You racing? Seen the edits of him on Neocortex? No. I don't even know what he sounds like. I go out of my way to avoid any content with him. I recommended his videos. Belittles people like they're nothing and would be nothing like him, and now he's the strongest man in the world. That's fucking weird. Yeah. I hope by saying all of this stuff, I'm not gonna get recommended a bunch of dumb shit from YouTube later. You just have another puberty if your first one came out wrong. Yeah, Max, you're right. That sucks. Like having a second puberty. That's gotta suck. Like, I know. I've seen enough, like, trans creators and trans bloggers that I'm just like, okay, I get that this is an important part of the transition process to, like, have the body you want, but having to go through a second puberty would suck so bad. That's one thing I super, like, trans people have my pity because all the needles, just, if you are a trans person with a fear of needles, you are braver than any U.S. Marine. Like, it's terrifying. It's just, like, I'm not super afraid of needles, but I don't like them. Like, imagine, like, you have to inject yourself with something every fucking week. Ugh. And that's forever. You have to do that forever. It's like having diabetes. Had to go on Accutane. Dang, bro. Without the acne. Well, yeah, if you're on estrogen, that, like, reduces acne, right? I should get on estrogen. Because I do have some acne problems. Why do you get uncomfortable seeing people wearing makeup? That's, like, bizarrely specific. I mean, you do you. You get injections for the T blockers, but it's patches for the estrogen. Okay, but do you have to get the injections forever? Or, like, eventually will it just be like, you can just do the patches? Because, like, still, the injections, though, is fucked up. I have to... I don't know, getting any, like, new medical condition, like, totally sucks, but one that you have to get injections forever. No. No. Alright, goodbye, Super Spike. It's an estrogen come in pill form. As far as I know, it comes in many different forms. Well, I mean, like... What? How much estrogen is in birth control pills? I would imagine that, like, trans people are getting more than that in the patches. Okay. Every 3 months isn't that bad. It could be worse. There are birth control methods that you get injected every 3 months, so I guess I could relate to that if I ever did that. I understand. That still sucks, though. It's like as though you gotta get a flu shot every 3 months. They'll be on estrogen for the rest of your life. Well, that's fair. But, I mean, that's just patches. You could just stick that on your arm and be done with it. The injections, though. I'm sorry, I just don't like the idea of having to take needles over and over and over. It's COVID vaccines all over again. I get that it's an autism thing, but, like, I don't know, I just don't look anybody in the eye. I was someone else stabbing me with a needle, I'd be worried about stabbing myself too deep. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I did see, like, a comic from a trans woman that was just like, she injects herself with a thing every week. I don't really understand how it works, but she was saying, like, she puts down an ice pack on her leg and then she injects herself with something. And every week. Like, that's crazy. There are T-blocker pills, but they're more likely to have side effects. Right. Well, you know, like, I've heard a whole bunch of transitioning stories. They're all, like, vaguely different in certain ways. It's just, like, whatever works best. Everybody's body is different. Some people take to estrogen or testosterone more, you know. You get to go to a convention for the first time. Oh, you're cosplaying? Congratulations. I've always kind of wanted to cosplay. I don't know who I'd be, though. I'm sorry, ambiguous. This is like the way you phrase that is kind of funny. Seriously, that's where they inject it? That's even worse. The way you every bit that you're describing this, it just sounds worse and worse. God, you are braver than any U.S. Marine. That's terrifying. Well, every trans person is braver than any U.S. Marine, but you know. You can't look at anything getting injected. Yeah, same. I wouldn't say that I have a fear of needles, but I definitely don't want to look at it going in. Like, what if it breaks? They're so thin. What if it breaks in my arm? People can tell when I'm trying not to look at them. I don't know. A trick that I heard is to just, like, look at somebody's nose. Because if you're looking at their nose, it looks like you're looking into their eyes. Cosplay is expensive and or too much work. Yeah, but I don't know. It could be worth it, you know. You get to cosplay as, like, Sasuke or somebody. It's fun. Oh, it's intramuscular. Okay. I get it. It's just that really sounds like it sucks. Haruhi Fujioka. Oh, which Haruhi is that? Is that from... I'm trying to... Which Haruhi? I know two different Haruhis. Is that, like, from Ouran High School Host Club or no? Is that somebody else? Which is crossplay for you, technically. I guess. Oh, you know what? I would do crossplay. I would go as Kaito. Love that guy. If I hadn't done my research, they wouldn't have done it right. That still scares me. Yeah. I mean, sometimes doctors and nurses, they can be kind of incompetent. I would know, like, the last week, just, like, the shit my family has dealt with the medical system, but, you know, at least the hospitals, like, they're low on staff, but the hospital was pretty nice. It's, like, new. Have a lot of protocols. I don't know. They give you, like, a fresh mask when you go in. But yeah, seriously, like, getting anything done medically can be terrifying. It is host club. Yeah, so I guess that is crossplay. I guess it depends on which version of her you're going as. I mean, Haruhi was, like, kind of a gender fluid icon. She was just like, yeah, I don't really care if I'm, like, dressed as a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter. Wow, up to 7 years with NHS, that fucking sucks. Yeah, I'd be scared to do DIY too. Like, I know it's just like hormones, but that's still scary. Like, what if you mess it up? Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, trans people dealing with, like, doctors and stuff, like, medicine is, like, is not great with trans people. Just big medicine in general. Host version. Okay. You're also gender fluid. Does it really even count as crossplay? I guess it just depends on how you're feeling. What animes do I like? I don't know. Like, Lucky Star. That's a good one. Jujutsu Kaisen was pretty good. I don't watch a lot of anime. I just like the anime aesthetic. Yeah. I mean, your government is definitely competent and ambiguous. I'm not saying mine is any better, though. Yeah, tentacular. You got that lucky star icon. It's so crazy to me, like, isn't that manga still going? Like, it's weird to think of the Lucky Star girls having smartphones now. How do you watch Lucky Star without also watching a bunch of other anime? It's nothing but references. I don't know. I watched it when I was way younger, and I didn't really get it because I was like, this is pretty boring. They're just talking. But now that I'm older, I kind of like appreciate it for what it is. It's just like it's just some girls having some like mundane conversations. There's some jokes and stuff, but it's mostly just, kids being chill. Done the math on what I'm writing, and commissioning you to read it would cost in excess of $100. Yeah, I've done $100 commissions before. They take forever to get done, also, so you might want to reconsider. Oh yeah, you could use a 3D printer for cosplay stuff, like for props. I swear I've had to do a crash course in makeup, but I still haven't gotten to contour or bronzer. Damn. It's just like, I do feel for people that are just starting to do makeup and they're just like, okay, what looks good, what looks bad, and everything. And I legit can't offer you any advice because I don't wear makeup. I've never worn makeup. Except when, like, my sister puts it on me for special occasions or something. It just feels bad on my face. I don't mind, like, people do makeup because, like, they want to look nice. They want to feel pretty and stuff. It definitely shouldn't be a requirement for day to day. Like, there are people that can't even leave the house without at least putting on a bit of concealer, and I'm just like, SMH couldn't be me. I've got zits and the world is going to deal with that. They have to wear makeup in order to pass. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I understand it's a different prospect for trans women. Like, there are so many expectations of what like a woman looks like, and makeup can definitely help in the passing process. I understand it usually isn't much of a choice for trans women. I just never felt the pressure. Because I know in a lot of offices and, I don't know, like customer service type jobs, wearing makeup can be seen as like a requirement to look professional, but I don't know. I guess I just completely missed the train because nobody was ever like, you should be wearing makeup to me. Nobody ever said anything. D&D campaign. It's not that I don't like D&D, I've just never played it. I'm not really all that interested in it. Like, I don't listen to any D&D podcasts or anything. I know those are big. Women are treated like aliens when they don't wear makeup. No. They get told that they look tired. Like, there have been so many stories I've heard of where a woman just, like, one day she decides not to wear makeup and, like, every guy she runs into just says, oh, you look tired. Or guys that'll be like, I prefer more natural looking women. I don't like the look of makeup at all. And then they'll point to a picture of a woman who is clearly just like wearing makeup, but like not a lot of makeup. Not supposed to be you're not supposed to brush your hair? Oh yeah, it's always the hair care thing, isn't it? I don't know. I'm really glad that I have a super easy like kind of hair to manage. I just brush it and then I'm done. I'm glad that my body has made itself easy to maintain. There are so many people that are just like, yeah, you can, like, stop using shampoo. Just, like, lower your shampoo usage and eventually you won't have to, like, wash your hair at all. It'll just self-maintain with the oil. And I'm just like, that's way too much work. I'm just going to put shampoo and conditioner in and hope that it all works out. Saying people look tired is rude. Hey man, people say that I sound tired all the time. You get asked if you're wearing mascara because of your your eyelashes? Oh, you got them built in. You can brush straight hair, wavy hair can damage it. I don't know. I think my hair is a little bit wavy. No clue. But I know if your hair is like curly or whatever, you like can't brush it normally. Basically had a buzz cut for 17 years. Easy to manage. But I mean, I like my hair long. Because it's just, it's fun to have it flowing in the wind. I can appreciate the ease of having a buzz cut or like a pixie cut or whatever. I prefer my hair long. Need special shampoo and soap because my skin hates me. Yeah. I totally get that. My skin hates me too. Have any recommendations to someone who is starting to do ASMR on YouTube? Yeah. Use Audacity and denoise your audio twice. It helps get rid of a lot of the hissing. It got pissed at me because my eyelashes are naturally long. I mean, I don't get the hate, because, like, is anybody, like, really looking at people's eyelashes closely? Like, we're really judging and comparing. It's like, oh, she's got much longer eyelashes than that other girl. Having your hair long so much more than you did short. Yeah, when I was a kid, I always wanted my hair to be longer, but my mom wouldn't let me grow it out because she's just like, I would always cry about having my hair brushed because of the knots. They hurt a lot. So my mom was like, unless you can handle brushing the knots out of your hair, we're keeping your hair short for now. Look so cute with my little bob cut. Yes, exactly. Long hair is softer. It's so much nicer. What do you think about men with long hair? 10 out of 10. Is that even a question? Might Guy from Naruto? Seriously, there need to be more men with long hair. Wow, being jealous of eyelashes. I guess I never really considered that. You're apparently a very pretty man. Well, good for you, Steve. If you got it, flaunt it. I've never looked at a woman and thought if her eyelashes were longer, she'd be so much prettier. Yeah. It's just like, you know, splitting hairs at that point. So they would save so much money on getting them done, and since I'm a guy, I don't even appreciate them. People pay money to get their eyelashes done? Like, professionally? You glue false eyelashes on. Yeah! I remember that from the movie Osmosis Jones. Like, the main guy's... Well, not the main... Bill Murray, his daughter in the movie, was wearing fake eyelashes, and that was like an action sequence for the cells or whatever the hell was going on there. Just like fake eyelashes. The thought of that never would have occurred to me if like I hadn't seen it. Mine goes to my shoulders at the back and my jaw on the sides. I mean, I think if you're a guy, like having long hair as a guy is you know, it's a bit... I mean, having long hair isn't very, for guys, isn't like super socially acceptable. It's a bit like, you know, the odd man out. So if it's down to your shoulders, I think that kind of counts as long. She's a 10, but her eyelashes don't create a gust of wind when she blinks. Every 3 weeks. God, yeah, that is a waste of money. How many eggs got broken by Finster? I don't even know who that is. Do I live alone? Oh, I live alone. Ever since I have moved out of my parents' home, I have lived alone. It would have been cheaper for me to get a roommate in the dorms at college, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't live in just like one room with another person. There was no way. I had to be on my own. Honestly, I think my mental health is like a lot better now that I live by myself. I'm just, maybe not my mental health, but I'm happier. I'm definitely happier that I just can do whatever I want and never have to answer to anybody. I just hang out and I'm by myself, and I don't have to leave any lights on that I don't want to, and my window is always closed when I want it to be, so that is nice. Hair would work for long hair because it's full. Oh yeah, the dandruff thing. Yeah, that could be an issue. I don't know. They say Head and Shoulders works, but who knows? Mental health and confidence definitely gets better whenever I'm not at home. Yeah. Dress metal, I'm gonna dye my hair back to green again sometimes, so it'd actually look weirder for me to have short hair. Wow. Yeah, Steve, like, you're kind of fresh with it. I'm saying you probably look good. Like, chest length hair, metal, you sound like you're kind of a punk guy. That's a good look. It doesn't work. Okay. Well, I don't know, man. There are definitely like hair people you can talk to about that. Like, I don't know, if you go to a salon, they might help you out. Not sure though. You've been letting your hair grow out since COVID. It's much more work. Yeah, it is a lot more work. Plus, the hair gets all over the place. But, you know, the results. Hold on. I'm going to try to show my hair. The results. Yeah, the camera's in an awkward spot. Alright, goodbye, Althea. I think that's how you say your name. Going to a barber versus a hair salon is like night versus day. The former, they wet your hair using a spray bottle, whereas the latter, it's more like a hair wash and scalp massage. I know. Like, I've got this hairdresser that my mom's been taking me to for like the past, I don't know, like 15 years. She's got such a great setup. Like, she's gone solo now, but she's like, she does the whole like washing the hair thing with like everything. Yeah. When I plan on doing a face reveal, 100,000 subscribers, baby. You have curly hair, so you can't grow it long. Yeah. You could do the afro. You shave your hair down. Easy way to deal with it. Oh man, who the fuck stands with J.K. Rowling? Like, don't you have anything better to do? Like, my brother-in-law was saying some stuff about how he wanted to play that new Harry Potter game, and I'll be honest, if I was still a Harry Potter fan, I would be like, oh, that looks so cool. But it's not cool anymore. Like, just thinking about Harry Potter just like puts a bad taste in my mouth. It's just like, yeah, we could have had a nice story about wizards and stuff, and yeah, it had its problematic elements, but yeah, it's fine, who cares? But then JK had to open her stupid fucking mouth and ruin it for everybody. Pirating Harry Potter is always morally justified. Yeah. Oh, I remember seeing that one tweet where she was just like talking about how much she liked Stephen King's writing, and then he responded and he's like, thank you for the compliment. Also, trans women are women. And she deleted the tweet. It's just funny. Nobody likes her. Blood libel goblin bankers. Yeah, I've heard that bit of the story too, right? Like there's a goblin takeover with Hogwarts, and I'm just like, you could, like, how much does it cost to make it less anti-Semitic as well? Like, shut up. Tries to get anti-trans stuff passed in the UK. Yeah, she does. It's the fucking worst. You can't really separate art from the artist when the artist is currently being transphobic on Twitter and actively trying to make trans people's lives worse. Yeah, you're right about that, Steve. That whole bit about, like, the house elves, that whole thing was fucking crazy. Like, I feel like the movies did that better because they completely ignored all of that. They weren't like, oh, by the way, there's a bunch of house elves working in the kitchens of Hogwarts, but they like being enslaved, don't worry about it. Instead, they were just like, Master has given Dobby a sock, and everybody was like, cool. Oh yeah, Fantastic Beasts is also shit. Like, Fantastic Beasts is so shit that it's basically killed off the extended Harry Potter Wizarding World universe. Yeah, well, like, ambiguous. It's tradition. It's getting kind of bright in here. I might have to pull down the blinds. It's like tradition. People will just be like, you get to like a couple thousand subs, and they'll just be like, you deserve way more than that. Yeah, because the house elves enjoy servitude. Like, God, JK, why are you like this? Oh my god. Yeah, Cho Chang, seriously. Like, the books were written in the 90s, so yeah, maybe we could have excused a few problematic elements. It wasn't the end of the world, but then she had to go and open her fucking mouth. Hold on. I'm gonna pull down the blinds. That's better. I really do enjoy getting to see the sunset from my room, but the sun in my eyes, not great. Never really liked Harry Potter. That's totally fine. I remember when I was a kid, my cousin said that she had never read any of the books or like seen any of the movies. She just heard about them, and I was like, "What? You haven't seen any of the movies? But they're so good." And then and now I'm just like, she was smarter than I am. Yeah, the kid Seamus. I think his name was Seamus, and his thing was that he made things explode, but only in the first movie. Marvel will be questionable for calling a character Wong. Yeah, I mean, Wong is like. That is like a pretty common last name. Yeah, seriously, the Harry Potter world is like ridiculously racist, and if we're looking through history, it's just absolutely insane that no wizards like helped any of the humans during, well, muggles, any of the non-magic people during like any horrible crises. Like, in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, the Holocaust still happened even though magic exists. Like, girl. Yeah. I mean, I genuinely loved the first Harry Potter movie. I thought it was so great, but, it's hard to watch. Seamus also blows up a bridge in the last movie. Oh no. That's just bad all around. Yeah, I mean, the first movie, it's really not that bad. They hadn't introduced house elves yet. It was just a story about Harry getting away from his shitty, abusive family for a year. And it had the best Dumbledore. J.K. Rowling self-inserted herself as a Mary Sue. I don't remember that, no. How did that work? You don't think the Harry Potter game will make up for its $200 million budget? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Jacob, but I'm pretty sure it will. Despite J.K. Rowling being the fucking worst, Harry Potter is that's like $1 billion franchise. It has its own world at Universal Studios. It's making its money back, as much as I hate to admit it. Like, people are still Harry Potter fans because, you know, they're not on Twitter, they don't follow JK on Twitter, or, like, they are transphobic and they don't have a problem with her being transphobic. It's making its fucking money back, as much as I hate it. She made Draco Malfoy the only person who calls her a TERF, and in doing so redeemed him in the eyes of the LGBT community. Draco Malfoy is now forgiven by the LGBT community. Yeah, seriously. Well, he didn't get a redemption arc in the story. They just flash forward, and he also has a kid going to Hogwarts, and apparently he never did any jail time, so he's cool now. I don't know. That whole flash forward was so fucking dumb. And so was that play. What world would I rather live in? Definitely not Lord of the Rings, because they don't have the internet. I don't know, HP seems like kind of a shit universe to live in also, if you're just like a regular person, because a wizard can just show up and just gank your shit, and you don't even know what happened because you don't even know what magic is, and you're just dead or your life is in shambles. Yeah, everybody in the original Harry Potter series is like, fuck Rowling, but everybody that's in the sequels, or the prequel series, Fantastic Beasts, like, they can fuck off. Like, I like Eddie Redmayne as an actor, but he's still in those movies, and he knows. There's no way he doesn't know. They just delayed the game to next year. Can they delay it forever? Can, like, the studio catch fire or something so that it never comes out? That'd be super cool. Feel bad for the people who made the game. Yeah, well, I don't entirely feel bad because the people that made the game wrote the story for the game, didn't they? They have Ezra Miller. Right, he was in those movies. But trying to slam Emma Watson? Yeah, seriously, like, fuck off. Like, that whole she owes her livelihood. You know what? The legacy of her being in the Harry Potter movies was kind of a net negative for her. I remember hearing stories about her, like, trying to go to a regular university, and every time she would answer a question in class, some asshole would be like, 10 points to Gryffindor. Like, fucking JK. I didn't see the movie, but I did see the house that enabled me to buy it. It was about Jaws. I think that was about Jaws 4. Yeah, seriously, Warner Bros. Is just a shit show these days. Rupert Grint disappeared off the face of the earth. Not entirely. Sometimes he drove an ice cream truck and gave away ice cream for free because he's based like that. Either be humanoid slime or a skeleton. I guess if I'm gonna be anything, it would have to be the slime. Skeleton doesn't really leave me much to work with. I can't play video games with bones. I need something that can touch the touch screen. Yeah. I don't know. I'd much rather date a skeleton than be one, personally. Elves are, like, obscenely racist. Elves are kind of racist in, like, everything that elves are in. No matter the series. Daniel Radcliffe is still acting. Yeah. He's a good actor. Dwarves are based. Yeah, dwarves have axes. Never seen an elf with an axe. It's fucked up. Even Santa's elves? I mean, it depends on which version of them you're going with, but maybe. Elder Scrolls elves are exceptionally racist. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dwarves are cool. They've got their mines and they live in the underground. It's fun. Elves, like, dwarves are fun. Elves are just, like, rich people. Want to be a skeleton that slays vampires? Oh my god, you're their perfect enemy. You have no blood for them to steal. What are they gonna do? Bite your bones? It's fucked up. I do a Skyrim stream? Probably not. I find that game pretty boring. I might do the intro just because, like, it's so iconic and everything. But after that, I don't know. I couldn't really get into it at all. Elves and dwarves are racially profiled all the time. Yeah. Bone marrow vampires. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna make a note of that. It's just like a nice, like, alternative to just your regular vampire. I'll add it to my notes. Bone marrow vampire. There we go. Always skip the Skyrim intro. You can skip it? Make them able to drink bone marrow and use sunscreen. Yeah, way too OP. Elves live in trees, yeah. With mods, right. Forgot about the big modding scene. How could I do that? Anyway, I'm kind of getting stiff sitting here. How long has it been? How long have I been sitting here for? Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. I think I'm about ready to pack it up. I mean, we've been out of Swedish fish and Swedish berries for a while now. Whew. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. 500 mods in Skyrim, you crazy. They'll break the game. Not that it wasn't broken to begin with. Alright, yeah. Gonna head out, gonna go eat something that isn't completely made of sugar and corn syrup. Yeah. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for encouraging my Swedish candy addiction. Thank you to everybody who donated and became real fakers and like re-upped their real fakerness. Really appreciate you guys. And goodbye. I'm waving at you. Just, I'll wave like this. Goodbye.